when you've got a lot of hard surfaces, it can make things tough when it comes to noise.
Right, and we don't really realize it's not just visual clutter that psychologically weighs us down, it's sound as well. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear a lot of clattery. You know when you go to a restaurant, super loud, you can't hear your friends, or you just moved into a new space and everything is echoing, it's uncomfortable and it grates on you. So you don't think about sometimes the hard surfaces you're surrounded with. In a dining room scenario, for example, we've got a glass table, it's got a chrome base, we've got pleatherette seats, which are plastic, all beautiful. Everything here is beautiful. There's nothing visually wrong with it. Everything here came from Castle Life. But we're making the point that if you don't soften things with textiles and layers, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you can't hear people speak very well, and it gets you get anxiety from that.
Yeah, it also just you know, it feels a bit harsh.
It feels harsh.
You need to soften it up a little bit.
So we've got some, again, a beautiful console table. This is in a lovely lacquer, and underneath lots of negative space, just empty space, not doing anything, and lots of glass and chrome and all those things on top. So nothing here to help soften the impact of life. Right? If you're living in a loft, we showed a loft just a second ago, sometimes you can hear your neighbors. This doesn't help.
No,
the choices you make can actually contribute to that noise pollution.
We're going to make some of those choices and soften up the space a little bit. This reminds me of, like, I don't know, an urban bachelor.
Exactly.
You know, you go to an urban bachelor home and everything's hard. Like, you don't feel like you can curl up on a chair or anything because everything's a little bit just too harsh.
And that's why the one trend Suzanne didn't mention is you need to hire an interior designer in 2016 because we're gonna make sure this doesn't happen to you.
She forgot to mention that.
I will talk to her afterwards.
Next time for sure.
It was just a laugh.
Talk about softening up a space, okay?
Softening up the space. Visually, it looks more inviting because there's these layers, but acoustically, this is going to be a much better space. We kept the beautiful table from Castle Life, and we've added some other things. A wonderful light fixture that's all feathers, so the textiles are going to help absorb some sound. Carpet, very important. We went to LT, we got a carpet, because right away that's going to soften a lot of noise, and if you're living in a condo or a loft, someone above and below you, carpets can really do a lot to acoustically improve the space. We went with upholstered chairs rather than the hard pleather. Now we've got a nice soft velvet and fully upholstered as opposed to just the seat, which would give you a little textile but not quite enough. And then behind us, the console table before, if you recall, it was the hard lacquer, again from LT. This one is wood now to the floor, so we filled up that negative space with wood, which is going to dampen noise as well.
And warm up the space too.
And visually warm up the space. You really do want to be careful with that. I think it's important that it feels in the middle of February like it's a space you want to live in. You know, you guys talked about that earlier. And a canvas on the wall, again, just another layer that's going to provide a layer of sound protection. You could also do a wall covering, like a grass cloth, would help provide a soft layer. And then changing some of the accessories out from the hard glass and chrome to be some softer pottery and stuff like that. Now, there's nothing you can do with something like this.
I say fill it up with marshmallows.
Fill it up with marshmallows. There you go.
Soft. That'll absorb sound. And you also put placemats down. All of that helps. The napkins, everything that's a textile helps.
Yeah, you don't even realize how loud. You know, even having dinner, you know, with the kids is really loud. So all the textiles on the table really help do some absorption as well.
And take off your shoes.
Oh, of course. Hello.
I know that probably most Canadian families. Yeah, I think so. Most Canadian families do take off the shoes, but I know my American cousins, when they come over, they keep their shoes on.
Well, we don't, in LA, you don't take your shoes off. That's a really, when you go to someone's house and take your shoes off, they're, you know.
They're like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm entering a home.
Yeah, and then they're like, she's walking on our floors with her dirty bare feet. What's wrong with her, right? Because we don't have mud and gunk, so it depends on, it's a cultural thing.
That's true.
We don't have muck and gunk.
Yeah, but you're still bringing in stuff. Yeah. There's still, like, you know, you're still walking on sidewalks and stuff.
I know, yeah.